From 2014, Hong Kong's umbrella is raised for freedom. Brave democracy activists are standing for what they believe in. Islamic radicals note they are doing it right and have respect around the world. The Chinese administration, that is hardline communist, fear them, just like last time they may kill them. Back during the Tiananmen Square protests of 1989, after tanks of the People's Liberation Army rolled over protesters, and many were jailed and re-educated, Australian Prime Minister Bob Hawke spoke with Deng Xiaoping in private and pointed out that many of those radicals the Chinese government didn't want could come to Australia. Deng asked, "How many millions do you want?" Even now, an estimated 60 million Chinese nationals are prepared to immigrate to Australia because of bad governance by the Australian Labor Party. Australians' land is not developed to support that many people. A Bradfield scheme would need to water Central Australia. It can be done. Possibly China would fund it if a deal could be struck with a future democratic Chinese government. Godspeed the democracy umbrella protests. Dear Aunt Tracy gave advice to ISIS regarding names being overtaken by public disasters. Aunt Tracy was 8 when the cyclone devastated Darwin. Beforehand, people would say what a lovely name she had. Afterward, she was introduced to Gough Whitlam. He pretended she didn't exist. She could have been called Darwin for all he cared, and that is a tip for ISIS. Choose a name which no one will notice in your neighborhood. Your locals who run in fear of ISIS will openly weep in thanks at Kabul, Mecca, or Baghdad. In recent research, it has been discovered aliens have been swimming in our water, or could have in the past. Half the world's water is older than the formation of the sun. Maybe in a time to come, we'll be able to work out what the parent star was like, if there was only one. NRL officials deny their organization is run by women. When asked who was the best and fairest player over the entire season, they said they couldn't decide. Gosford Anglicans' chief minister, priest, acolyte of Gaia, has denounced the Abbott administration as fascist because they don't drown visitors or subject them to piracy. Did a switch in temperature gauge result in heat reading upgrade? The Great Heating Scare beginning circa 96 corresponded with a new temperature measuring system. Margot Kingston being awarded a doctorate in creative practice is a better deal than Roberta Flack being given a doctorate in musicology. Roberta has real talent. Margot is confused by facts and angry at myths. Sorry, Dr. Kingston is confused by facts and angry at myths. Media Watch missed a dangerous issue of ABC siding with terrorists. Media Watch is just like Dr. Kingston, confused by facts and angry at myths. U.S. has named the 10 most wanted terrorists. Buddhists from Myanmar command respect against terrorists by fighting them in traditional ways not followed by the umbrella democracy protesters. Terror raids in Melbourne by federal and Victorian police are not related to last week's stabbing of 2 police officers by a young ISIS devotee. Ministers are using the budget blowout to address the debt emergency. Something needs to cut through the Australian Labor Party and PUP obstructionism. Palmer might not be aware, but to run a business effectively, profits need to exceed expenses. The Maritime Union has used standover tactics to steal $3 million? What else? Union corruption has been fostered by the ALP and must be stopped. Newman's government is on track to be re-elected according to polls. The Whitlam government history has been written by losers. The sad truth is an inept but corrupt administration cost Australia significantly and still does. Julie Bishop stymies a super ministry for Scott Morrison. There is no pressing need for one, but ALP supporters are keen to claim division in government ranks.